It was through Tony, who was working at St. Anne's, that we were introduced to Dottie Bloom, who was in her 80s and was living in a FEMA trailer. White hair, southern flowery hat, a gentle way with her.
The first trip we were with her, I said to myself, this gentle 86-year-old or whatever, she's pure titanium inside.
You gotta watch out for him, Daddy. You put your arms around a naughty girl like me.
This had been the second time. She had been wiped out in Camille. Then for the second time she had built her dream house, and it was totally annihilated.
And there was this very substantial house, brick and wood. And we took a walk inside. It had once been a tiny casino with all of those open spaces and different levels and fireplaces and what must have once been a very lovely home.
So we walked in and to the smaller house, and we saw this trash. To us, trash everywhere. And we were told that Dottie didn't want to get rid of any of this. And the first thing that crossed through my mind was, why?
She keep it? Like, how do we know she's keeping what she is? I think she wants it off right now.
It's gone, it's ruined, it's trash. What are you going to do with it? He mentioned that they were her treasures. That word stuck with me the entire time.
Some of us, Donna and Joe Ray and some of the other young women, stayed inside the house, and I left, and I went to her front porch. And I've never seen anything like it. On her front porch were literally dozens of bins that were filled with brackish water, with all of her dishes, her crystal, her silver, her knickknacks, her old dolls, her photography books. And they were just sitting in mud and, as I said, blackened, brackish water. And one part of the crew stayed in the house and over a 3-day period absolutely cleaned it out so that if they could ever replace the wooden beams that were also rotted, they might be able to do something with that. And the others of us, for a period, I guess, 4 and 5 hours uninterrupted, washed and scrubbed and dried and put china and silver and crystal out on the pad to dry. And then in the following days, we're able eventually to clear out the front of the house, repack all of her belongings in these bins, and then take them into the inside of the old casino home. So at least, should she get her little guest house back, she will have some of her personal things that she can take there with her.
Just remember, it may not be gold we can put around you, but we're putting a lot of love around you because we really...
Okay. Wonderful people, I tell you.
Okay.
As we're leaving on the end of the 3rd day there, and she's in tears and the students are standing around her, and they're pretty much in tears.
Wonderful to meet you and to know you.
And we'll see you again.
Thank you for everything. Thank you so much.
It's not a time to smile. I'm sad right now. What's the matter with you?
She says that she wants to give the bishop a call to see if they couldn't stay for 1 more week. She had loved them and had become very fond of them.
I love all of you.
We love you too.
And they created a real bond for her and with her.
The students, as I said, were amazing. They were open to meet new people. They treated the people, strangers, with great dignity and respect. And they engaged them in conversation that I thought was far beyond their years. I hadn't expected that. And then in terms of the work ethic, while it was nice that they could have just taken worked a couple of hours and then goofed off or stopped and just rested, they really got up again and put in more physical hours than I thought that was possible.
What I would like to see sustained is that we really make a commitment to return. This is not going to be done in a year. I don't think it'll be done in 4 or 5 years. And if we can keep that alive at the university, then that's a reason to be hopeful.
I think we have to continue to help. We always live in a state of hope, and I think the people need us, especially the people. I mean, I just came away saying that we only scratched the surface, but we need to continue. We need to send more people down. We need to talk to the people. We need to hear their stories, and we have to take it back here up north.
We left Mississippi. We experienced it for a week, and then we returned to, civilization as such, and all the creature comforts. Those people are still living that. And so many people were inclined to say, oh, isn't that terrible? Something should be done. And yet nothing is. So my real prayer and hope is that this documentary will actually raise the awareness among Americans of the suffering and pain and virtual despair which is still in Mississippi.